Hey guys, at Horror Critic here, and today I'm going to be talking about Friday the 13th Part 10, aka Jason X. It's the 10th installment in the Friday the 13th franchise, and it is my least favorite in the series and one of the worst horror films that made it to theaters, in my opinion. Jason X is an absolutely horrible movie, but I'll get into why later. Now, first off, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, takes place in, well, on a boat for the majority of the time, but Manhattan, as the title suggests, is the place where the movie caps off at. Jason Goes to Hell takes place in Camp Crystal Lake, but Jason's body hopping, okay? Now, Friday the 13th, Part 10, this doesn't take place in Camp Crystal Lake, so that's already some points off. It doesn't take place in Vancouver. It doesn't take place in New York. It doesn't take place in Camp Crystal Lake with body hopping. It doesn't take place anywhere of these locations. It doesn't even take place on Earth. It takes place in space. And if you're anything like me, you may be thinking, wait, really? Taking place in space already? I mean, I know this is Jason's 10th movie, but we weren't doing that badly until part 9. Does Jason really have to go to space? Well, you know what? That is New Line Cinema's decision, and I don't think if Paramount had still owned this franchise had that ever have happened, because Jason going to space is a ridiculous idea, and what we got was a ridiculous, ridiculous movie. And, I mean, this came out in the year of 2001, and I don't know if you expected, you know, some amazing movie, or it may have came out in 2002. But I don't know if you were expecting some amazing thing from this, from it being in space. I mean, a lot of people enjoy this movie a little bit, anyways, or at least enough to put it over Jason Goes to Hell. Why I don't is probably because, at least with Jason Goes to Hell, we had a familiar setting. Camp Crystal Lake. It seemed close to a Friday the 13th movie, even though it was completely different. I mean, but this doesn't even feel like one anymore. But I know a lot of people like it. I know a lot of people enjoy the campiness of it, and how it pays homage to previous Friday the 13th movies. And that's fine. That's fine. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Jason X. I mean, the kills are fine. The kill where he freezes the girl's head in liquid nitrogen and he smashes it on the table. That's a fine kill. I do enjoy it. But the stuff with Uber Jason and all those ant things that you know fix up your body if you have anything wrong with it, and how they make Jason some invincible monster. I don't know. And some robot. I just thought it was ridiculous and nothing like anything I would have come to expect from a Friday the 13th film. I mean, I can watch it more than once, so I mean, it's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely not like anywhere close to any of the other Friday the 13th movies. I mean, Jason X is as close as it comes to being like a low knockoff straight to DVD horror movie. I mean, it's lucky that it wasn't straight to DVD, but the thing was is that New Line, it's been, well, if this did come out in 2002, then it had been 9 years since the last Friday the 13th movie. And they were working on Freddy vs. Jason, and it's like, well, we should put one of these out. I don't know why you waited till the year before Freddy vs. Jason came out to throw out a movie to fill the gap, but okay. So they threw this out. I heard about it, but all the news was overshadowed by the looming Freddy vs. Jason. So I didn't even see this movie in theaters. I didn't want to see it in theaters because it didn't look appealing whatsoever. I bought it on home video whenever it came out, but that was about it. I mean, Friday the 13th. Uh-uh. This is where the original series pretty much died. Because if you can tell in the next movie, Jason is completely different, has nothing to do with the storyline whatsoever. And I'm not surprised at all. Oh, and one more thing that really bugged me about this is the beginning of the movie. Let's flash back to Jason Goes to Hell. How did Jason look in that? Like I said, I enjoyed the design of Jason in Jason Goes to Hell. The mask was literally wrapped like tight on his face by his skin that was coming around the edges of the mask, which I thought was a great design. His skin was like, it looked like it was rotting. It looked like skeleton parts were coming out of it. It looked really good. But now, at the beginning of this, he looks like he could have looked in, I don't know, Friday 13th Part 2. I mean, he doesn't even look that bad. Honestly, he looks like a normal dude wearing the mask. And I mean, what happened? I don't understand that. Like, why does he look like a normal guy all of a sudden? Why does he have hair? Why is his head not misshapen anymore? He's just a normal looking dude. I mean, they do take his mask off and it looks screwed up. But the makeup is so inconsistent with anything else we've seen. It's like they didn't even try to follow up on anything at all. And I mean, I know these movies, the makeup differs from movie to movie, but I mean, has it ever differed this much? Why is it this different? Why is it this different? I don't understand. Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, looked kind of similar to Part 7's. I mean, it was different, yeah, but it looked similar. At least they were both still dead. Part 8, he still looked like he was a corpse walking around. 6, he looked like he was a corpse. 4, 3, and 2, he looked like he was some, like, balding freak of nature with a misshapen head and misshapen facial features. But with this, he looks like a normal dude, aside from his mask. Whenever you take that off, he looks, weird. But I mean, he looks nothing like any of the other movies. So, okay. Wow, nice. So, that was my review of Jason X. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you guys are ready for the next video, which is Freddy vs. Jason. See you later.